Unfortunately, we have to come back and we need to talk about drugs. So recently, Rich Homie Quan has passed away. From what I was seeing on social media, it was due to an overdose from taking a bad pill.
He can't say that.
Sir, you can't
Is he
say that.
allowed to say
I'll
that?
say it louder. NBC News reports Atlanta rapper Rich Homie Quan dies at age 33. It says the rapper scored a big hit in 2015 with his song Type of Way. A cause and manner of death was not publicly released. If you don't know who Rich Homie Quan is, back in the mid 2010s, Atlanta was hopping on the scene. They had Young Thug, they had Migos, they had Rich Homie Quan. They even had Lil Baby a little later in those 2010s. But Atlanta was coming on the scene and they were making a lot of hot music. And Rich Homie Quan was one of those people that was a spearhead for Atlanta artists. Unfortunately, we're seeing that he's passed away. He's died of a drug overdose. And we need to talk about drugs and drug use in America in our pop culture. I think far too often we've gotten comfortable with people using drugs and saying that they use them publicly, right? Whether it be lean, ecstasy, weed, even alcohol. We treat drug use as if it's nothing. Like the stuff that we're putting into our body isn't dangerous. And I say this as somebody that drinks. It's far too often that we see rappers ODing on drugs, whether it's Mac Miller, Juice WRLD, Lil Peep, and now Rich Homie Quan. I remember recently we saw a video of Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan. He was doing a line of coke at a restaurant or something. And the response was,
"Rich boy doing rich boy shit."
and to be honest, he's an adult. He can do whatever it is that he wants to do. But drugs have become so normalized that we don't even think that, oh, this person is doing something that's detrimental to them. For the record, let me be clear. I don't think that it's up to the government to tell you what you can put in your body. Even if you want to do the hardest drugs, I don't think that the government should make that decision for you. But I also don't think is that people should do drugs. And we've got to understand the consequences of our decisions. Drugs inhibit your decision making, it messes with your motor skills. But once again, we take them as if nothing is wrong, as if it's just a normal everyday part of our lives. I can't count on both of my hands how many people that I know that smoke weed. And honestly, if it's any drug that I think is the least harmful, it would be that. But that's not all that people are taking. We talked about Marcus Jordan, people are sipping lean. And for a long time, that's just been a normal, everyday, run-of-the-mill thing that people do. Or at least it's been the drug of choice of the rappers and entertainers that I've seen. I want to take a look at an interview that Rich Homie Quan did. In this segment, he talks about his decline from stardom and coping with that and a bit of his drug use and where he started first using drugs.
Was it drugs involved?
Oh, hell yeah, man. I was on Molly every day. Oof. Listen, geeked up, bite down. Listen, I'm talking, bro, I felt like I couldn't do a show or a song without being on Molly.
When did that start? When did the habit start?
When the habit started, shit. On the road, when I first got the road, on the road, the $800 show, I ain't drink no liquor, no lean, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, after before then, before some type of way, we was doing so many shows, I couldn't stay up. So I knew some people like, bro, I got something to keep you up. And motherfucker kept me up. And, you know.
It was a machine after that.
If you don't mind, who said
That's where the babies was coming from.
If you don't mind, who said that to you? Who said they got something for you to keep you up? Was it somebody from the industry or one of your friends?
It's a family member.
Oh, family member.
Damn.
I'm going to make sure that I link the information about the podcast down in the show notes. So if you want to go over there and watch the full interview, you can. Towards the end of that clip, Rich Homie Quan said it was a family member that introduced him to Molly. He's been working hard for years to build himself up as an entertainer. He's starting to go on tour, and he has so many tour dates that he's getting tired going from venue to venue. So somebody comes with a solution. They say, hey, I have something that can keep you up. And this is where the issue starts. We have somebody that is meaning well, or we would think that they're meaning well, at least because they're family, and they give you something and you try it. And now all of these years later, you're still addicted to it. You still have a problem of abusing this drug. I'd like to take a second to look at the comments on this video. There's a ton of Rich Homie Quan fans that are never going to get to see him release new music because of his passing. First comment says, this just broke my fucking soul. So as we see, this has 46,000 views, right? There's a lot of people that are interested in this topic. A lot of people are impacted by the fact that Rich Homie Quan has passed away. There's another comment that says, a family member put him on Molly. A family member laced DMX's blunt with crack. Watch some family members. Like this person said, you have to be aware and careful of the things that people give you, whether they're well-intentioned or ill-intentioned. We're adults. We get to choose for ourselves if that's something that we want to do. But my personal opinion is you shouldn't do them. Here's a comment that says, say no to drugs. It's corny, but life-saving. And they have the Michael Jordan campaign where he was saying, say no to drugs. People expect that you're going to do all of these things that are detrimental to your life. People expect you to drink. They expect you to smoke. And it's not bad for everybody. But let's be completely honest. It's not really good for anybody. One of the things that this made me think of, earlier in the summer, I remember seeing a video of Big Boy from Outkast. He was on the grill. He was hanging out with his grandson. We've seen a lot of rappers and a lot of entertainers that started in one place, and as they've gotten older, they become an entirely different person, right? With age and wisdom and knowledge, they become an entirely different person than the character that they were portraying as an entertainer. Here's a list of rappers and entertainers who have died of drug overdoses. We have Mac Miller, Juice WRLD, Lil Peep, Lexi Aaliyah, Old Dirty Bastard, ASAP Yams, Pimp C, Chris Mac Daddy Kelly, Idea, Hella Sketchy, Baten, DJ Screw. That was the end of the list, but it's not the end of the entertainers that we've lost. Their families will never get to see them again, never get to spend another Thanksgiving, another Christmas, New Year, celebrate their birthday, all because they have participated in this culture of taking drugs, and they've gotten a bad batch of something from somebody that's just trying to make $1 at the expense of anybody that's using their drug. If you stick around to the channel long enough, you'll hear me say that adults get to choose their own adventure in life. And that's what these people are doing. But unfortunately, in my opinion, they're choosing a bad path, a path that means that they don't get to wake up the next day. These are my thoughts on the situation. Rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. Condolences to his family, his loved ones, his fans. And hopefully, at some point, we can say that drugs are not a part of our entertainment culture and we can live healthier lives. Till next time, peace.